As a card-carrying Disney aficionado, I'm obligated to watch the broadcast of their Christmas Day parade every year. But even though the parade is really cool, it seems like I only get to see about 2% of it, with most of the broadcast being split between a concert of musicians I usually don't know and a bunch of ads for Disney stuff. It wasn't always like this, though. Come with me to 1976.
Soarin to tower. We are ready for takeoff.
When Disneyland was first being built, Walt Disney realized that a project of this scale would need some money, and a lot of it. In looking for ways to raise some, he made a deal with ABC for a weekly television show. The program would be called Disneyland, and each episode would explore a different area of the soon-to-be-open park. ABC got a new show from Disney, and Disney got some promotion for their new park and some money to help make it. It turns out the viewers liked it, and so it continued long after Disneyland opened. Among the specials made for the show was 1976's Christmas at Disneyland. The special starts with all of Disneyland's residents working hard to decorate the park for the holiday season while singing a very enthusiastic song.
Sing a song and enjoy the celebration.
Looking on are these two children with their grandfather. The kids are very enthusiastic about Christmas. The grandfather is not.
Everything was fine, just fine.
I have never seen someone be less enthusiastic about being in Disneyland at Christmas time. But after running into a tour guide and uttering this amazing line,
Give my regards to Mickey Mouse. Tell me he has a nice place here.
he admits that he doesn't believe in Christmas. Well, gee willikers, mister. This might be cause for a Christmas special.
I believe in making money and minding my own business. I wish more people would.
Ugh, of course you'd say that. Let's get this man some Christmas magic. Stat!
They give a prize at Disneyland for the biggest disbeliever, but you have to go before the head of the Department of Disbelief, to see if you really qualify.
Oh, I see. Very clever. Go on. Okay, granted, I don't know exactly where they are, but I don't remember anything like that when I was in Disneyland. While they're wherever they are, they meet the head of the Department of Disbelief, who shows them a checklist for those who don't believe.
This is the Believer's Checklist. Contains 10 separate items that are essential for all true believers to do.
After some tricky tricks,
I guess you probably will be honest.
Then you believe me.
Yes, I believe you.
Oh, good. Then we can check off item number 1, believe a believer. And that's what you just did.
they get one of the points down and begin the trek to get the rest so Gramps, that's his actual name, can believe in Christmas again. As they travel to It's a Small World, the tour guide shrinks down to the size of one of the dolls and sings a song inside the ride, which is cool. But then they have actors dressed as dolls that dance with her, and that's, well, it's not settling. It gets Gramps closer to believing in Christmas again, though, so it's time to move on. After having an oddly chill conversation on a spinning teacup,
You've had some bad experiences with people, so you think everybody's bad.
they hop over to Frontierland, where Gramps is ambushed by a bunch of super tall cartoon bears.
Please don't eat me.
Well, that's not very nice.
To meet you.
You know what? He deserves the scary trees. He's being a big ol' Scrooge. Not you. After singing a song with great choreography, they go see Santa Claus, who is just the worst.
Well, it's the elves. They're just not putting out enough stuff this year, and I'm afraid there's going to be a lot of disappointed children this Christmas.
Don't tell the kids that. But wanting to help, the kids recruit Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs to help fix Christmas, where a bunch of reindeer tap dance. Magical times. Wandering back to the castle, the grandkids ask their grandpa, "Hey, Gramps, you're old and really grumpy. When we're old, will we be as grumpy as you?"
When I am your age, will life be sad?
Which might actually be deserved. But he tells them that he's not grumpy because he's old, he's grumpy because he didn't get a present when he was a kid. Has he been hanging out with Laura and Neil from the Santa Claus?
I really wanted a mystery date game. I got everything except the mystery date.
I was 3, and it was an Oscar Mayer weenie whistle.
As he's telling them this, Mickey looks on. But before he can do anything, the grandkids ask Gramps to make up a happy story about Christmas and the castle. So he makes up an incredibly detailed story through song. A bunch of Disney characters are having a Christmas Eve party at the castle, when Santa drops in. But uh-oh, it's not Santa, it's the big bad wolf, and he puts them in a bag. They never explain why. But luckily, the kids lure the wolf into the fireplace, and the real Santa saves the day. we make a quick trip over to America Sings Rest in Peace, where the characters are so clearly singing something different that it sounds like they're singing, and we end up back on Main Street. But there's a problem.
Getting very close to midnight. If you don't get the 10th one in before the clock strikes, I win.
With limited options, the cast member makes a deal. Gramps can make one wish. If it comes true, he's a believer. But if it doesn't, it's all over for the magic of Christmas. Gramps thinks and decides that his wish is
that it would snow on Main Street and the whole street will freeze over.
time is running out and they somehow need to find a way to make it snow in California without using soap. In a last-ditch effort, the tour guide implores everyone to hold hands and chant, "I believe in the unbelievable."
I believe in the unbelievable. I believe in the unbelievable.
But nothing's happening. Unless Gramps joins in the chant, and through the magic of Christmas and crossfades, Main Street is covered in snow. A bunch of Disney characters come out to skate on the ice, and some snowmen and penguins join them for some reason. A Christmas miracle, if I've ever seen one.
When I grow up, I want to be just like you.
This has been a most extraordinary day. I can't imagine what else could happen that would make this Christmas any more perfect.
Well, you know what that means. Something else has to happen to make this day more perfect. The choir from the actual candlelight processional, which I've seen in Epcot and is amazing, come filing into the town square to perform classic Yuletide carols. Then, one after another, character after character, all give Gramps Christmas presents as they enjoy the sounds of the season.
This is the happiest day of my life. It'll be a Christmas I shall never forget. Thank you all from the bottom of my overflowing heart.
The end. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to like this as much as I did. It's so weird, but it just feels like Christmas. And seeing Gramps get all jolly as he went through it just made me happy. Most of all, it didn't feel like an ad. I know it was sponsored and that the plot could be boiled down into Grumpy Man goes to Disneyland and finds the magic of Christmas, but I feel like there's a heart to this that is hard to find in a lot of stuff. This wasn't Disney, the mass media corporation. This was Disney, the group of people that are really good at what they do and care about telling a good story. And maybe those things aren't different, but I really like this special, and I'm probably going to make it an annual thing to watch. It truly was Christmas at Disneyland, 1976. Until next time, be sure to gather all your belongings from the underseat compartment and exit to your right. On behalf of our entire flight crew, have a great holiday.